Okay, Keira, so far I've seen a big improvement over the two papers that I've marked. It'd be great if I see a similar improvement this week. Let's see how it goes. So that one's good. I don't know why I'm marking in black. I've lost my red. There's my red pen. Oh, yeah. So 4 marks for that question. This is something that you should be able to do without any problem whatsoever. To find 5%, it's on a calculator allowed paper, so you don't need to work it out in your head. So 5%, you'd write 5% as a decimal, which is the same as writing 5 pence written in pounds, and then you'd multiply it by the quantity that you've got there. So there's 2 marks there that I would have expected you to be able to get. Right, the important thing with this question is that you're expected to use metric. When you're using metric, yards isn't metric, meters is. Yards is old imperial. Capacity of a fuel tank is litres. Distance from Paris to Rome, again, that is metric, and what you're looking for is kilometres. And pounds is not metric, it's imperial. What you're looking for there is kilograms. So the important thing you read there is metric. 1 mark. That is fine. It's a bit more clear this time, but still I wouldn't colour them in as much as you are. I would just put a little cross or a little tick in the ones that you're counting, and then it's clearer which ones you aren't, but that's fine what you've done. So 7 for the page. That's good. Cylinder, pentagon, prism is correct. That's a radius. That's a tangent. And that's a chord. So that one, tangon, is not close enough to get you the mark. It's not a spelling mistake, it just doesn't even read the same. What you remember then, if it cuts, it's a chord. If it touches, it's a tangent. So cut, chord, tangent, that one's correct, but also you have another line of symmetry on this one which goes in that direction. There are 2 diagonal lines of symmetry. That one's right, so you get 2 there. This is work we were practicing last week, so I'm a bit disappointed that you can't get this right. That's a half. Clearly you've shaded half of that in. You should know half is 50%. So that one's not right with you. This one, can you divide that by that? Common numbers, you can divide that by 5 and that by 5 to get 2/5. And you can divide that and that by 2 to get 2/5, and that one you can divide both by 5 to get 1/4. 0.4 is the same as 4/10, and 4/10 we see there is 2/5. So those are the 2 that are the same. 6/15 is correct, but it's not in its simplest form. Here you can divide both of those numbers by 3 to get 2/5. So you only get 1 mark for that. So disappointing there. There's only 4 marks you picked up on that page. 8 is correct. 11 is correct. And again, take a look now. You're starting to leave lots of things out that you need and should be able to do. So make sure you sit down and go carefully through the questions that you've left out on my video clip. That one's correct. So 5 for that page. 45 is correct. It's 59 and 62 are the middle 2. So you have to go halfway between 59 and 62. It's a gap of 3. Half of 3 is 1.5. So what you're looking for is that. The mean, you would add them all up and divide by however many there are. And I would expect you to be able to do that coming from the higher tier. That's good. 6 for the page. Again, where you've left these questions out, make sure you watch me going through them, because they are questions that you should be able to do. Well done on that one. And that's good for those questions. Okay, so 73 is correct for that. What you then have to do is take 180, take that 73 away from 180 to get the right answer, because that's on a straight line. So you've got the 73, but then you've gone wrong by not taking it away from 180. Have a look at the video clip for that one. There is no correlation, but you must give a reason for your answer. So you need to be saying that there's no pattern in where the points are plotted. It isn't increasing on both or going down on one as the other one goes up. So that's not enough to get those marks. Your points are well plotted, so you get 4 marks there. So 2,400 times 0.18 squared is the right method. So what have you done wrong here? 2,400 times 0.18 squared, 77, 76. What is going wrong with that? That depreciates by 18% of its value at the start of the year. I didn't think about that. What have you done wrong? What have you done wrong? So at the end of the first year, that's how much it's lost. So you take that off. So it's 2,400 times 0.18 is 432. Then you would take that off So it would be 2,400 less 432. And then you would then times that by 0.18. So that's how much comes off in the second year. So in total, it's lost 432 plus £354.24. So that's what we're looking for. Ah, 100. That's it. Okay, so the mistake that you've made is that the loss, because it's losing 18%, you're actually having to work out what 82% each year is going to be worth. So it's 0.82 squared, not 0.18 squared. So that's your mistake, because it's a depreciation. If it was increasing by that much, then what you would have done is correct. So that's what the mistake is. That isn't trig, it's Pythag. So watch that. And with this one, it's like a recipe question. How many times bigger are these going to be compared to that? So what do you have to multiply 10 by to give you 16? It's 1.6. So you would have to times each one of those by 1.6. Okay then, Keira, so what did I say? 47 last time. Let's see how close you get to that. 7, 12, 16, 21, 27, 31, 35, 36, 40. So not as strong a performance as the one for your homework. 40 is an E. It is 8 marks away from a D. Now there are easily 8 marks in there that you've left out. There are a number of questions in there that you got wrong that you should be able to put right. So it's important now that you spend some time looking at this paper and making sure there are mistakes in there that you're not going to make again.